How's it going, everyone? This is Mage from Meta Smash, and in this video we're going to be talking about Joker's optimized platform game. But before we get started, I want to mention that this will be an advanced guide. If you find these concepts to be a bit on the technical side, then I suggest checking out my Gunfall video, as it will give you a better understanding of Joker's combo game. Now with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, first things first. In this position, always go for up throw. Keep in mind that there's no DI used right now, but the combo is very much true because they're spamming air dodge. And as a rule of thumb, any combo that consists of drag downs are going to be intermediate or higher, just because of the execution required. Also, take note of where I throw them at. That plays a big part in platform follow-ups. Now this combo is insane and very hard to pull off, borderline impossible, and I will explain why in these next few clips. Most of the time when you take the opponent on a ride like this, they panic and air dodge, and that is a very valid strat here. Even with no DI or air dodge, you can still mess up, but that's only on Battlefield. So be careful using it on this stage. Yeah, actually scratch that. Don't do it at all, because DI outs it screws you. And this is covering all the bases here. If they air dodge, you can't get anything off with it, so you might want to go for something else. Usually, this is what you want to go for. You have three in this here: up air, back air, or forward air. There's also a different route you can take, which consists of crossing up DI. Let me explain. Depending on the opponent's DI and how you drift, you can actually control where they go. As seen here, drifting towards the front of their body will send them out, which means that drifting the other way, which is towards the back of the body, will send them in. But DI is what ultimately determines where they go, so keep that in mind. As you can see here, there's really no need for me to drift in during the up air. Usually on DI in, you always get back there. Now, let's get into some Arsene stuff. Down there on the platform, after a missed tech or during a tech, is really good. It's one of its easiest ways to rack up a ton of damage at a down throw. You can go down there to pretty much anything you want. Except for this, do not try this. Now with Arsene, the combos are going to be pretty much the same as base Joker. The only thing changing is your jump height. And then of course you have your situational down air combos. Next, we're going to go over extensions. If the opponent's on the platform, Nair gives you the best follow-up. Unfortunately, drag down up air to grab will not connect here. Make sure you use the right follow-up on the stage. Now we're on PS2, but before we get into any combos, I'm going to show you how important positioning is on this stage. My biggest tip for optimal platform usage on the stage is to not throw them while you're under the platform like this. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to land on the platform. With up throw, you can do it pretty much anywhere. Just one thing, make sure you land on the platform. But one thing that I can say messes up throw, or at least the follow-up you get, is rage. No matter how hard I tried, I never got a drag down here. And if you had just a little bit more rage, you don't even get the up air. And yes, this is indeed possible because out of a pratfall, all you can do is take. And unlike Battlefield, Nair to up air drag down is actually viable. Now this is much harder than it looks. You have to not only chase DI, you also have to make sure you don't drag them down. Reacting to DI is the first and most important step in mastering these combos. The second step is knowing when to fast forward so you can get drag downs like these. And some of these combos are only possible with attack canceling, which makes them really hard. This combo is very simple and to the point. If you're just picking up Joker, it's really good to start with. And as I said before earlier in the video, everything's pretty much the same with Arsene. So whatever you saw base Joker do earlier on in the video, most likely Arsene will do the same exact thing, but much stronger. Now the thing that makes this combo much harder than it looks is the fact that you have to chase DI correctly and you have to fast forward at the right time. I said this earlier on in the video, but I'll say it again. Do not try this, you will waste your time. Instead, you want to be going for things like this. That's going to be all for the video though, but before we go, a few words. The majority of these combos I've seen perform at the top level play, so they do actually work. And the rest of them are just me adding a bit of my personal flair. They may or may not work the same because of 8.0, which is in a few days. Of course, if anything changes or they do not work the same, I will make an updated guide. That's all I have to say. If you made it this far, you're a homie. Thanks for watching the video like always. Your support means so much. It's been MoS from MoS, and I'm heading out.